Once again, the Public Advocate's Office is out with its watch list of the city's worst landlords. First on the list this year, David Shore, with an LLC listed in Washington Heights. Shore jumping from number 75 on last year's list. Until recently, Shore managed 330 apartments across 17 buildings on behalf of Sugar Hill Capital Partners. A monthly sampling by the Public Advocate's Office between December 2020 and November 2021 showed those buildings had racked up an average of 1,442 open violations, 418 deemed immediately hazardous by city inspectors.
We have to be clear. These are not just small violations. These are the worst of the worst. This is mold, this is rat, this is leak. This is the worst of the worst.
Sugar Hill's website says its team is comprised of investment and operations professionals striving to maintain the highest standards of integrity and transparency. Sugar Hill Capital Partners did not respond to a Pix 11 request for comment. Shore has moved on to another asset management company. That's just one of the 100 landlords on the list, but not the biggest.
It's really tough to watch this. NYCHA being the worst landlord means the city is the worst landlord.
In fact, NYCHA has its own separate place on the list the advocate calls a place of dishonorable mention. Its 176,000 apartments are not subject to housing code enforcement, but remain under watch of a federal monitor due to dangerous and decaying conditions. Responding to the list in a statement, NYCHA's chief spokesperson wrote, "Everyone across the nation is well aware that NYCHA needs $40 billion to renovate its 2,200 buildings. Work orders have increased because we are aggressively documenting every single thing that's wrong with our apartments. This list is kicking New York City public housing yet again, when NYCHA needs to be funded and supported. And it conveniently takes media attention away from private landlords who need to be similarly held accountable." Williams is hopeful the city's next administration will focus on housing accountability.
Through this administration, we've seen bad management, we've seen not enough investment, and we've seen lies. We've seen so many things happen under this administration. It's been tough to watch.
Now, Williams wants the city to pass the Landlord Accountability Act, which would increase fines on landlords who fail to make timely repairs and would not allow them to self-certify those repairs to HPD. It would expand funding to HPD to make repairs and then bill the landlords. The Public Advocate also pointing out that many private landlords on the list receive tax abatements for undertaking renovations on their buildings.